We are going to learn about the surface creation with the different source of data. Like we yesterday learned how we can import a .csv file, text file, the contour files, or if you have a DM file, then how we can create a surface from those survey data. Then once you create a surface, it is a very important to analyze that surface. What is the major minor contour elevations? How we can label it? What is the slope of that surface? And also to check the watershed area where the water will accumulate. So for that also we will see how we can check the water flow. So for that purpose we will use the water drop analysis. Okay, I hope you try yesterday all the type of the survey data. Have you practiced yesterday, sir? Have anyone?
Just
If
I
you have any
tried to,
questions,
yeah, just
uh,
I tried to create a surface from DEM file. I was having a LiDAR DEM file, so that
okay,
imported and it has formed contour patterns, contours.
mm,
Then I have labeled a few contours.
great,
Also,
great,
I
sir.
have associated it with projection, UTM projection. So that kind of small
Mm.
exercise was carried out. Uh,
Already you done the second exercise already.
I think because, but I was not able to integrate the map, base map, because I think some
Oh, okay,
schedule or something is
okay.
required. Other things,
Mm.
because basic was first exercise was basic to know about the what are the ribbon
Exactly, sir.
tabs and other things, and
Right, right, sir.
that way.
Okay, great. No, no worry. I will explain you like again how you can coordinate your the DM file. It is a similar process like yesterday we seen how we can just enter the coordinates. Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Meena.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Sir, yesterday I have received some demo file for
Mm-hmm.
loading the Azure software, and I have
Mm-hmm.
received two files. One is executive file, and another part two. So, how we
Okay.
can load this one? Because this one forwarded by Mr. Ajay Bhatt.
Okay. Can you share me your screen so I can explain you, sir?
Just
Just show me. Yeah, sure.
are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
This was what he has forwarded to me yesterday. This one part
Okay.
one, this one part two.
Okay. You downloaded
So,
already?
no. First I want to clear myself how we can download. Because this one direct link, once I click this one, I think this will be
Oh,
download installed.
this is software, right, sir?
Right.
You are talking about the software installation part. Okay.
Yes, I am talking about hardware installation to
Hmm.
practice.
Okay. For that purpose, I will call to Mubarak, sir. He will install in your system. No problem. Because
Mubarak, sir.
these things, yeah, Mubarak or Tapan. No
Okay.
worry.
When it will be done, sir?
I will call you right now. No problem.
Okay.
Just a second, sir.
ये जो एक जो पिछली बार डिस्कस कर रहे थे ना सीपीडीआई वाला, तो आप लोगों ने जो है ना उसको भेज दिया है कि भाई ये इनपुट डेटा वो करो। अब हालत क्या है कि मेरे पास जो 50318 जो है वो 2002 का अवेलेबल है, वो 2018 का है ही नहीं।
And I need to one more time to explain how to attach the file, image file, and cut from there. Just yesterday I have loaded Google file first as a background. Hello.
नहीं 2018 का तो बता तो रहा था उस टाइम पे जब आपके साथ आया वो है। आपने जो बात करो ना वो तो बोल रहा था कि आप 18 वाला है अब मेरे, है ना, वो तो बगैर उसके तो फिर हम देख नहीं पाएंगे, क्योंकि पिछली बार आप लोगों ने जो वो M1 M2 M3 जो था वो आपको दिया है उसमें रिवर्स डायरेक्शन
Hello.
Yes.
आपको पता ही
Yeah,
कौन
they
सा
will
है।
call you very soon. maybe in
Okay.
4 or 5 minutes.
One more thing I want to clear myself. Yesterday you have
Yeah.
explained to how to attach the file. Just you have attached the Google file as a background, right?
Bing map. Bing map.
Right, right. And after that, you have
Right.
also cut in your frame area only. So just to
Yes,
please
yes,
explain
yeah.
it again.
Yeah, crop the image. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm. Okay, so you want to see that process again?
yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. No problem. Okay, sir, you can stop your screen. I will share mine.
Okay.
Even yesterday, one ma'am asking about the infra work also, the utilization of infra work in civil 3D or the conception modeling, right? So I have a one project and I will ask you some question from that also to you. And this is the Indian toolkit. I install it, Indian metric. You can see it's a template. Okay.
Right.
So you have to install for the Indian projects.
It covers railway project or highway project or all Indian projects.
So it covers all projects. They created the basically style set for the Indian style. So for not
Indian
only
style
for the railway,
this include
yeah,
railway engineering code as well as IRC also.
yes, sir. For railway, I think there is a Jackson, I think, I guess.
Because in railway
Indian
we are
codes they don't have. Indian codes they don't have for the Indian railway. They have a Jackson, dot Jackson file.
they don't
But
have
for
BG standard. They are having the standard
no,
gauge.
no, no, they you can create like you can provide the BG and MG values under that. Like we have this meter gauge is 1 meter, so you can provide that the value. Even for a broad gauge, you can also input the value of exactly how much is there 1.6 something or
It is
1.4
it is
standard
readily
something.
available in your library.
Yeah, yeah.
I am talking about broad gauge and standard gauge.
Yes, sir. That you can change the value. There is no problem.
No,
But
that's
like,
true. This one later
mm,
on we will become expert. At this moment,
mm,
do you have any in your library broad gauge turnout 8.5 and 12 and just
yeah,
in standard one is 7 and 1 and 9?
yeah, it is there, but not as per the Indian standard.
Okay. No,
Huh.
standard gauge is the for the European also. This one is standard gauge.
Yeah, yeah, that is there. That is there.
Okay.
Yeah, I will show you, sir. What type of the crossovers turnout is available for that, and also the broad gauge and meter gauge. I will show you.
Right.
No worry. Okay. Suppose you get a one project. Okay, and let me see that one. Yeah, this is so. This is a AutoCAD. Okay, and first you just lay out the project. This is how your projects is look like. Your TCS. Okay. And for the DPR, you getting from the client side the information like this. This is the easting and the northing, and their radius. Here is the LS is 0, degrees there. Okay. Similarly, for other curves, you getting the information. This is HIP number 2, and here chain edges is this, and easting northing value is this. Here radius is this much, alias is this much. So you have to create the same thing in the civil 3D. This is a AutoCAD file, and they are just created in a one block. Most of the time, you getting the file like this for the DPR, and the speed here is you can see is 100 kmph, right? Also, they are providing the super elevations, right? Here is you can see E is 4.130. So how you can create this AutoCAD file into the Civil 3D, right? So first of all, you have to understand what coordinates they are giving, right? Initially started. So if I say to you, uh, how you mark that particular benchmark in the Google Earth, if you just want to extract the surface for a conceptual modeling, initial state, they don't provide you any surface. Then how you will proceed for the conceptual modeling? Right now, what is your practice in your organization? Suppose you're getting this kind of the
Can you
project
repeat your
for a.
question?
So my question is like, suppose you're getting the uh, for a DPR initially stage for a conceptual designing, and you get this data, and you have the only the AutoCAD files, right? Here they have the center line. This is center line basically, and also they provided the information, their easting, northing, and HIP numbers. So how you will start with your project? From where you get the surface if they don't
We can
provide the
state from
surface?
SRTM data.
But you don't have any surface here, any data
No,
here.
surface. If you don't have any surface data, we can state
Hmm.
from Google itself. This is SRTM data.
Okay. So can you able to extract the surface data from the Google?
Yes, we can able to state, but it is another software
Open
to
source,
state the
like
data.
QuickGIS or something like you use it?
Just let me remind myself. Uh, okay, I will tell you in later 5 to 10 minutes
Sure,
because I am not
sure.
able to
No,
recall
no
it.
issue. No problem, sir. There are a lot of open sources available to extract that
No, we are
surface
having the license
initially.
version. Actually, we have used a lot. So we are
ArcGIS?
having the license version.
Okay, no problem. Okay, suppose for me, if I have a AEC collection already, maybe and the rights they have purchased the AEC collections. I know, so they have already a infra work software, right? So yesterday, ma'am is asking about that infra work. So if I draw this, let's say, if I draw this point into the Google Earth first, okay. So I will know that where this location is. Okay. I already extracted, but I just to explain you like how you will find this. Okay. So I randomly place this mark. Suppose this. Okay. Now I have a information about northing and easting values, right? You can see here is the east value. So what I will do, I will copy this value and just paste it this east value here.
उसमें कुछ आईफाई जीपीएस का सीक्वेंस का था जो लोकेशन कैसे किया तो उसको हम आया तो वो बोल रहे कि हम नया बना के
Okay. Then we have this north value. Right. Yeah. Okay. So I mark this like a project site. So this is that location, right? It automatically shift from here to exactly the location which we inserted, right? So if I zoom out, This is that location. This road. Okay. We can also bring that file into this. If we exported as a KML file, we can bring that file into the Google Earth Pro also. Okay, I will explain you how you can bring that file. Suppose you have this file, right? And you want to bring this file into the Google Earth Pro. So we have the option here under the miscellaneous. You can export this file into a KML file. One thing we have to do is first the coordinate also. That's why it's shifting this side. It takes the wrong coordinate. So first, just provide the coordinates. And let's check the coordinate. Project starting. It's 43N. So just provide UTM 84 43N. Like, okay, now I will export again. There is some issue in
First check the drawing in which zone it is lying. Then it will go there.
Maybe wait, sir. I'm just checking their
No,
coordinate
first
is
you
correct one.
confirm which zone this drawing belongs to.
Yeah, it's 43, sir. I'm just already
43,
checked.
then it should go there.
I already checked. It's 43, and yeah, that's why I'm checking. Like, what is wrong happening here?
Okay.
I already extracted this file before, and it is placed accurately. Let me place that file.
Okay.
Let me extract once again this file. I guess this is just because of this point. So first I have to delete this, then only it will come. Let me delete this. The rest of point maybe because of that coordinates is taking. Okay, no problem. I will check sir this why it is coming only here.
Ravindra,
Yeah,
probable reason could be the insertion units. You give a command insertion units, and check what are the
Mm-hmm.
insertion units. If these are 0 or 6, then it will go to the perfect location.
Okay. Because I just provided exactly the coordinate same, and previously I just extracted this file. That's why even I just created this project site, uh, this one. So basically, I will check, sir. Maybe there is some point is missing, something like that. But I just extracted this point file already from the infra work. I'll just explain you. Like this is a boundary I created for the project boundary. This is the same location, right? Which we are looking for. So under this infra work, I just captured the existing boundary like I mentioned here. Let me, this one. Have this boundary, right? This is the corridor, this one. So I extracted this file. Even you can see in the infra work, I just exactly create a KMZ file and then just importing the exactly the same boundary in the infra work. And I extracted this file. So instead of creating within the infra work right now, I already created this because it will take time. If you want, I can create this again. Let's say new model. Okay. So we will wait for the once it will create the 3D surface, but I already created the same file. So I open that project site. So we will check once it will create again. Okay. So this is the 3D surface which we extracted from the infra work. This is the starting location we have, right? And this is that road. And within this infra work, it is also giving you information about all the roads, like where it is going. And you can also check in the OpenStreetMap. So this is that location, and this is that road. This is Jaipur Delhi Road, right? Also, if you have a like a river, a bridge is there, so they also providing about that information also. Suppose maybe somewhere here, is there any river? Yeah, this also. But I deleted the line from here previously, so it will not show the information about this. But they have the water bodies. If you don't delete it, it will show you the same in the open map. Okay. Also, I created some example here, like suppose you want to create a bridge like this, some underpass over here, right? Some this kind of VOP and footover bridge, basically. You can create a flyover also, intersection. Also, I created one road here. Yeah. Suppose here I create a one sample road. Based on your TCS, you can create your own style, the median, your trees and safety purpose for the guardrails on the, you can provide any 8 locations from outer side or inner side, footpath even you can create. So based on your TCS, you can able to create within the infra work as a conceptual model. And this is your intersection. Here is your roundabout. Even you can provide more, like a fountains or any signages there over here. So we have the multiple options here, like you can able to create. We have the furnitures, lots of furnitures is available. If I turn off this, so this much furniture is available. Even you can highlight the gas stations is there, building is there, tunnel is there, a railway track is there. All these things you can able to create in your master model. Okay. Even like if you want to provide a solar panels on the road, like expressways somewhere on the bridges, or you want to provide the solar panels, you can provide that also. So this is basically a conceptual for purpose, like you can create the master model from various source, not only from the infra work model itself, but you can bring your model from like Revit, your Civil 3D, your DGN like a Bentley systems, your Sketcher files, and also like IFC format. Uh, this much files it supports. Land XML file, IFC file, right? Raster image if you have, save file you have, uh, then you have the 2D outlay, so you can bring your the AutoCAD file into the infra work also, and based on that you can create a entire model. Also we can use this surface for our conceptual model. So I can extract this entire surface for my conceptual model, and we can do the uh, more detailed designs in the Civil 3D, and we can bring that file into the again into the infra work. And if once we have the actual site, actual survey file, then we can replace this surface with our actual site. Okay, so to export this surface, because we are interested only in this surface instead of other things, so I can export this file as a IMX file, .imx format. So I will take out. So I already exported, but I will give a new name, new project. Suppose this. So now I have a ready-made 3D surface. We can use this surface for our conceptual modeling. So you will get the initially idea like how much is cut and fill will come for your the corridor. Any questions, sir, in this one?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. This is Pratyusha. Yesterday, I was asking you, sir, the data which you are displaying is like you got it. We got it from the surveyor. Let's just say we don't have the data at all with us. We
Yeah,
need
this is.
levels. So, how can we take the levels? Any authentic levels? We what approximate levels?
Yeah, this is 3D surface, ma'am. I just extracted this from within the software. I didn't get this data from any survey,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
This is
Okay.
a software from which you extracting the exact site.
Okay, sir.
Like I just
Actually,
mentioned this. Yes,
uh-huh.
yes, ma'am.
Actually, like when we take any levels like Z, we don't consider usually, but when we check it in Google Earth, where it was
Mm.
5.1 on Google Earth, it was showing us 27 meters. So how authentic it is, sir? Like levels, how much? What is the error?
Ma'am, Autodesk say about this is 90 to 95% is correct
Okay.
initial, like for a conceptual modeling, so for a plain area. But if
Okay.
you go for the hilly area, it will come down like 85 to 90%. So you have an error of 10 to 15%.
Okay. Okay. Yesterday you told me. Sir, actually, you have
Yeah.
taken the data from. Hello.
Sorry.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
have you taken the data from here to InfraWorks, sir? The data what you
Yeah.
are showing. Uh,
Yes, ma'am. I just extracted this surface within the infra. I just captured this file. You can see the new model is now created, right? Because we just inserted that boundary, if you remember it. Uh, from here itself, like a model builder, you can just type similarly like we searching the location in the Google Earth. Similarly, you just search the location, just
okay.
mark the boundary of your project, or you can just import your KMZ file
Hmm.
in this, and you just extract exactly the same boundary as
Okay.
you have a project.
Hmm.
Okay, suppose you just give me the name, so I will explain.
Like, can we go for Vishakhapatnam NMDC, sir? Vishakhapatnam. Location is Vishakhapatnam.
Okay,
Vishakhapatnam.
okay. So this is a
Here,
Visakhapatnam, right?
yes, sir. Here
Mm.
this RANL land is there. ఒకసారి Google లో search చేయమని. Location exact. Shall I give you the coordinates of it, sir?
For coordinates, ma'am, I have to mark in the Google Earth. The best way to extract is like you just mark in the Google Earth Pro as your KMZ file. Okay.
Ah,
Like here, I just extracted this boundary as a KMZ
okay.
and changed this file into the save file. And that save file, I just imported into the infrawork from here.
Okay. So in that case, can
So
you please search for NMDC Vishakhapatnam, sir? I need levels there. NMDC.
mm,
This
can you
will this
just
is
give
near
me the,
to
yeah,
that is near to sea
NM?
area. NMDC.
Okay.
NMDC.
NMBC, Visakhapatnam.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
See, this RN.
If you have any coordinate, just you
Yeah,
can give
I'm
me.
telling you the coordinates.
Yes, tell me. The first tell me the east value.
Its easting is 732453.
This is right.
Yes, 732453. Northing is 19
Just a second, man. Yes.
19
Okay, 19.
five
Okay.
double five 511 511
Five.
11 70
Again, double one. Okay.
70.
70. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
This is that location.
No, no, sir. No, no, it's entirely different actually.
You can just check again the value.
Yeah, easting it's showing as 732453. This
Hmm.
is 44 Q, sir. Zone is 44.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one.
yeah.
It's a railway some
Yeah, right
right.
side. Yes.
Okay. So if you want to extract this surface, suppose this the entire surface, okay, this area. So first, what you have to do is just mark the project boundary. Let's
Okay.
say we just want to extract this entire area.
Hmm.
Okay. Now you just save this file as a place. Okay. And okay. Now you have to repeat one more step here is like first you have to import that KMZ file into the Civil 3D.
Okay.
So this is that location, ma'am. Okay.
हाँ sir.
We will check. Now I will just save this file as a save file .shp. So again, command is map export.
Okay. Yeah, good now.
One more thing is the first command ampoly because it takes polygon. Ampolygon is you have to select first, okay, and select the object. So it will create a one polygon. Now you do the map export. Select object, press OK, and just check the coordinate, okay, and click OK. Now that file is extracted. So now we can bring that file into the infra work. From here, import a polygon. So under dataset, right. So we have these two files. One is .prg and wix. So you select both the file. Okay. So now that file is exactly create the same boundary which you have created under the Google Earth Pro. Right. So now we can give the name of this model and just click on LL Adipose. It automatically pick the coordinates and just create a model. Okay, so it will take a few minutes Okay, then
Hmm.
it will create a 3D surface for this particular area. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so we will wait for a few minutes, then I will bring that surface file into the Civil 3D and we can analyze that the surface. So, but we will see how we can create a surface from the different source of data. Okay, suppose yesterday we understand about .csv file. Okay, and let me bring that data. Okay. Second step is like you have to define the coordinates. Okay. Then just check the from the Bing map uh, whether the location is correct or not. Okay. So this is okay. Now I already explained you yesterday like how you can segregate the different source of data by changing the making a like a point group data, right? So right now I'm using the entire point group for creating a surface. Now I will explain you this very important tool, the create surface. If you see here in the type of the surface, there are four types, right? First is a tin surface. This is representing basically a triangular surface. Second is a kind of grid surface. Okay. So in first type of surface, it will create like a creating a surface to joining in a triangular format. In second type, like a grid format, it connect the points in the grid format like a squares, or if you giving any grid pattern like 5, 10, the value in the grid, so they will create a surface in the grid pattern. And here is the grid volume surface and thin volume surface. So while you are comparing the two surfaces, suppose you have a one is your base surface and one is a comparison surface. For like a NGL you have, natural ground level you have, and one is a finished ground level you have. Now you want to compare the both the surfaces and want to take out the volume. So for that purpose, we use the volume, thin volume surface. If you want to compare the two different grid surface, then we will select the grid volume surface. This is the concept of for different types of the surface. And if you see here, we have the style. Like yesterday, we see the style of the points. Similarly, we have the style for the surface as well. What style we have? We have the style based on the major and the minor contours we have. Okay. So they already created this contours style set like 1 and 5. That means every 1 meter intervals, they have a minor contours, and every 5 meter, they have a major contours. And also 2 to 10, 5 to 25, like that. Okay, so it's highlighting based on your the style set, your the surface. If you just want to only show the border only of your surface, then you select the border. If you don't want to show any from the surface, then you just go for the no display. So suppose I'm selecting this 1 and 5 and click OK. This is a render material, nothing to do with that. Okay. Okay. So we are going to create a surface first. Okay. So I'm just giving a name as the NGL and selecting contours as the 1 and 5 design. Click OK. Now you can see the surface is created as a NGL, but you can't see anything is changing here. Why? Because we create the name of the surface, but we do not define the what type of data we have to create a surface, right? So to create a surface, you have to give the name. Then under the definition, you have to define what kind of survey data you have, whether you have a break line, whether you have a contours files, whether you have a DM file, whether you have any object data or point group type of the survey. So right now we have a point group data, right? So we can go in the point group data and just click add, and we have only one point group, which is all points. So click apply and click OK. So you can see the surface is created. But this is correct surface or not? Anyone? This
No,
is the way we require the surface.
it has to be triangulation length
Yes,
needs to be
exactly.
reduced, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Why? Because we just provided the survey data only up to here, let's say for ROW, right? But this under this software, they created an extra length of the triangulations, right? So now how we can modify this surface so that it will come near to the ROW? So now we have the multiple options. I will explain you how you can create a boundary manually for your the project, how you can control the triangulation length, okay, and how you can delete or edit any triangulation within the surface. Okay, anyone know about this, like how we can modify or how we can create a boundary?
Yeah, we can
Anyone?
go to the surface properties and we can reduce the length of the triangulation there, and
Right,
we have
ma'am.
different options there.
Right, ma'am. Already you know about that. So those who don't know about it, I will just explain you. The first is the manual way, and second is like based on the triangulation length, how we can control this outer boundary. Okay. Suppose if you have a KMZ file which representing your ROW. Okay. Let's say I will just let me first change this boundary from this boundary to this boundary. Okay, so we have a one option is called a boundary. Okay, if I click here and add, now we have the multiple options here: outer, so hide, and data clip. Okay, I will explain you this where it is used. Okay, so first is outer. I just want a outer boundary only this. So, and you have to select the your new boundary. Now you can see your surface is shifting from outer this side to only this boundary. You limited your boundary only with this new line, right? So this is the one way you can just restrict your boundary based on your KMZ file, or if you have any other format like a polyline boundary, you have something like that. Okay. Second way, like if you want to, if you don't have any boundary here, okay, let me read again this boundary and just rebuild again. So you can see that the entire stretch is coming for the surface. Suppose now, if you want to uh, restrict this boundary nearby to this survey, then how you will restrict? So for that purpose, we restrict based on their triangulation length, the maximum triangulation length. So select your surface, and we have the option is called under the surface properties. Under this, the build, you can go under the build. Here is the maximum triangle length, right? So right now it is no. So just click yes, and giving the value in between 70 to 100, something like that. And it will rebuild the surface close to the your survey data. Okay, if I delete this, you can see in one go it uh, create a surface nearby your the survey data, right? This is the way you required your outer boundary, right? So if you have a ROW, then you can create your boundary based on that. If you don't have, then you can restrict your boundary based on the maximum triangulation length. Okay, now suppose you want to delete or edit any triangulation or any triangle which is not required. Okay, then how you will delete that? So we have an option is called a edit surface type here. So you have here is the option is called you can delete the line, you can add the line, you can swap the edges, also delete the point, modify the point, you can move the point. Also, you can flatten the area, or the one is a very important tool here is the raise and lower the surface. Suppose you get the data like this, and you want to increase or decrease the entire surface by 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, any level. So you can raise or lower the entire surface with just one click. Okay, no need to change the entire elevations in the Excel. You can create a surface and you can raise and lower the entire surface just in one click. Just only provide a value how much is you want to raise and lower the surface. Okay, but before you have to turn on the triangulation. If you want to modify the triangulation, you have to turn on the triangulation, then it is possible. Okay, so to modify the triangulation, just turn on from here. I will explain you this also, how you can turn on, turn off this the style set of the surface. Hello. Okay. So suppose you want to display anything in the surface. Okay. So here is the display. It is very similar to like we have a layer in AutoCAD. Okay. So it depending on you, like what are the things that you want to highlight in the surface, and if you want to change the color of, let's say, major minor contours, if you don't like it this color, you want to change this color, because most of the times we sending output like this. Okay, in this color, 8 and 254. So your contours will be looks like this. Okay, so it again how you want to represent your the major minor contours, whether it's a boundary, whether it's a triangulations formations. So you have to turn on. Okay, so I will turn on the triangulation because I want to change that. So I will turn on the triangulation. Now it's up to you from where you want to delete or where you want to add the triangulation. Suppose I don't want this point, okay, this triangulations. So what you have to do, just go to the edit. If you want to delete any line, you just delete this line. This line, if you don't want, select delete. So that line is deleted. If you don't want this line also, select that line, just press enter. So that line is deleted. Suppose if you want to add the line, similarly, you just go to the edit surface, add the line, select one point and the end point, and the new line is added. Okay. If you want to delete or add any point, then you have the options like you can add the point and delete the point. If you don't like this point, select delete. Select this point, delete. Okay. Similarly, you can add. Now, if you want to raise the entire surface, let's say you want to raise or lower this entire surface. This is the point. So if it asking me how much amount I just want to raise and lower it. If you insert as a positive value, it will raise the entire surface. If you giving the negative value, it lower the surface. Okay, suppose I just want to raise 2 meter the entire surface. So it automatically change the elevation of this, the entire surface. Okay. Now, if suppose here is a one more option is called a paste surface. So this paste surface is useful while you are combining two surfaces. Suppose if you have a one NGL and one is another is the finished ground level, and you want to combine both the surfaces in the single surface. So you can paste it. Suppose if you paste it, so you will get the name of the surface, like what which surface you want to combine together. I will explain you. Suppose I delete the surface and even like if you combine two surface which is different, okay, then also you can do that. One more this. Okay. One more here also, like suppose in between somewhere here. Suppose I create three surface. Surface one, define. Anyone, can you tell me, like if you have a entire surface and you just want to create surface one, surface two, surface three, then how we will create this? Anyone, if you get the idea? Hello? 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 Anyone have any idea? Like if suppose from this the survey data, if I want to create the surface one, two, three, then how we can create this?
Selecting separate boundaries.
Yes, right. Because I that's why I created a surface boundary, and I can restrict that the surface based on the boundaries. Okay. So I create the first, and I will add the first entire point. Then I restrict this first surface within the first boundary. Okay. Then similarly, I create a new one, the surface 2. And again, you have to add all the points. Restrict this second boundary with the second boundary. And let's say third. Suppose this. So now we have three surface, right? And I just want to make one combined surface instead of all these three. Okay. So I just use the name is combine. Okay. From here, like I explain you, just go to the edit, and here is the paste surface. Okay. Now we have three options, like which surface you want to paste it. So I just want to paste all three. Okay. And if I select this combine now, you can see all these three surfaces within a one surface. If I see in the object viewer, so all the surfaces combined, right? So this is the way you can able to combine the multiple surfaces. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. So now what I will do, we will check the label of these contours and also the analysis of this surface. Okay. And also check the this Wix surface. So first I will import this model into the server. That means in my local server.
करना है ये बताइए आप। आपका काम चलेगा तभी तो हम जाएंगे, अगर काम नहीं चलेगा तो हम कहाँ भटकते रहेंगे वैसे।
Ma'am is there? Hello.
हाँ सर बताइए।
Yes, ma'am. Basically आपका जो surface था, now we extracted this one. Okay. Now we can use this surface in Civil 3D.
Okay.
And this is a 3D surface,
हाँ
right? Let me export this.
AMX format, right?
Now you can import that file from this tab, infra work model.
Okay.
This is the site we have, and you just require this, the existing ground. You don't require this existing transportation, so you just delete the extra surface, even the proposed. Okay. This is the surface, ma'am. Okay.
सीएमडी अप्रूव करो इसका ये तो फिगर कैसा है কত টাকা হবে এটি ও তো পুরোনো স্টিম 296 তো একটা জমা করেছিলাম এটা দেইনি
Now, now suppose we just want to analyze this surface. Okay. And yeah, one more thing is like sir is asking how we can capture the area for this particular, like if we just want Bing map as a reference. So what we can do is just like under this capture area, we just capture our requirement image only, this much. The rest of thing we can turn off, right? And we can just refine this very fine close. Okay. So now we have this surface. If you don't want this, the reference different like a building blocks or something else, you can delete all these things also. Okay, you have the alignment as well. The railways track is there, some yard is there. So they created a alignment for that. You can see under this, they created a multiple alignments. If I select this is that alignment. Okay, if you don't require these things, you can delete or just refine before you importing the surface model. Now, suppose I just want to highlight the elevations by using the color code. Okay, suppose I want to divide this entire surface into 5 or 10 different color coding so that I know in which area is what elevations. Okay. So for that, we have option is called a surface analysis. And here right now, there is no Indian style set, right? Yesterday, I'm talking about the Indian country kit. So let's bring first the Indian style set and we are going to work on that. So first, to bring that file, we have to save this file first. So I'm going to save this file first. Now this drawing name is Wix. Okay. Now you can bring that style set, the Indian country kit. Here in the manage tab under this import, we have that file, new folder, I guess. Yeah, here is that file. So if I bring this, all the Indian style set is imported into my current drawing. Suppose even you created anyone like who create before the style set for any project and which is very similar to your requirement. You can use that surface style, or not surface style, but the project styles for your future as well. No need to create yourself. Just bring that style set into the your current drawings. So if I check again in the surface properties, and if drop down this, you can see multiple style set is now available, right? Because we just bring that style set into our current drawing. No need to create yourself. If you just want to change something else, you can just make a copy of this and just change it little bit. Now you have the 0.1, 0.5, 0.5, 0.25 before it's starting from the 1 meter, right? So now we have more options for a like a representations surface style. So first I will check the elevation. Okay, so I select the elevation band because we are going to analyze the elevation. So you have to select the elevation band first. Under the analyze, then we will select the elevation because we are going to analyze the elevations. Or what other we have options, like we are going to analyze the slope arrow, watershed. We can analyze the contours as well. So first we will check the elevation. Here is the number of ranges. That means in color coding, in how many number you want to divide this entire surface. Let us say first I will divide into 10 different zone. Okay. And you just run it. Okay. So you can see it automatically create 10 different the color code. Okay. The minimum elevation is -11 and the maximum elevation at this particular location is 29 meter. Okay. Suppose if you want to change the range, you can change it from -11 to 0, 3 to 6, something like you want to change, you can insert. Here is you manually, you can also insert the range. Okay. But right now I'm just picking the default value and click apply. Now you can see the entire surface is divided based on the color coding we given. Okay. But how we know that which elevation is representing by which color? Okay. We don't know. We know only once we have some representation of this color, right? So for that, we have a legends here, table legend, which representing these colors. Okay. So I will add the legend. So here you have to select the elevation because now we have the option is called a dynamic and static. Dynamic means if you're changing the color range from 10 to 5, your table will also change. But if you select the static, that means your color range will change from 10 to 5, but your table will not change if you select it as a static. So always select the dynamic. And I click here. Now, based on this, it give me the information about my surface is from -11 to 3. The area is this much. The color is this. So we can say this color is the lowest version, lowest height, and this color has the highest elevation. Okay. So by visualization, we can say this is the higher side area. This is the lower version side. So definitely the water will flow from this direction to this direction, in this direction to this direction, right? So based on that, we can uh, take the decisions in our surface from where we have to raise the surface, where we have to provide the embankment for the roads, where we provide the embankment for the railway as well, right? You know better these things. So this elevation analysis is gives you the idea from which side we have to do more embankment, right? Or also provide the drainage system. Am I right, ma'am? Or you have some more principle for this analysis?
That's it, sir.
Sorry. Hello.
Sir, that's it, sir. It's clear.
O- Okay, maybe you using more for more applications. Maybe I don't know. If you tell me more about any other application which I don't know, so it will be great. Anyone like from
Morning, sir.
any, maybe those who are railway side, infrastructure side, or road highway side.
Oh,
Global global mappers we are using.
Global mapper. No, but I am talking about, ma'am, here is application of elevations.
लैपटॉप में सर छूना नहीं देता है.
Okay. So we get the idea, right? From here, let's say, suppose if I change the range from 10 to 5 again in the surface, let's say I change this 10 to 5 and run again. You can see this is the lowest side area, and our table is also changed because we selected the dynamic table. Okay. Now suppose you want to check the slope also. Okay, with the arrow. Okay, which side is the slope is uh, going on? Okay, which side is downward, which side is higher side? So for that, you can select again on the surface analysis, and here you have to select the slope. So slope band here, and under the analysis, you can select the slope arrow, and you can define again 10 or 5, any number. So you have the minimum is 0 and maximum slope is 16.70. Okay. If I apply and if I turn on the slope arrow, let me turn on. The slope arrow, by slope arrow also, we can see which side it is going. Okay. Downside, this side, up and down. So they show the direction of the slope in this particular areas. You can also add the table of the slope as well. Okay. Under legends, slope arrow, dynamic, and you can add the table also. Okay. So in table, we can say which color has how much maximum slope and minimum slope, right? Now, suppose I just want to do a water drop analysis at this particular location. Let me turn off this. Okay. Now, suppose I just like to know if the rainfall occurs, then which side the water will flow mostly. Okay. So we have a water drop analysis here. Suppose if rainfall occurs in this direction at this particular location, Let me click at this because it's a hilly area, so you will get the idea. Okay. It is more or less flattened area kind of in this direction. You can see that's why it is not making too much long path. And if you see here, it is making like this, that the water will go in this direction, at this direction. But if it is a kind of too much undulations there, it will create a catchment. Let me create a also catchment area. So we have the water set analysis, and under this, I will select this. So it automatically create the catchment areas. Okay. At this location, you can see. So it's represent that the water will fall on the upper side and will come at this particular location, right? So this is the accumulation area. Let me. Let me disable this mapping. If you have too much points, so especially while you're working the DM file, most of the time, just turn off this snapping mode. Otherwise, it will pick this every point and your cursor will stuck. Okay. So this is the area where your water will accumulate in this particular area. This is the point where your water will accumulate. Okay. Like that, you will get the idea where your water will more accumulate. Okay. So this is all about the surface analysis. Like you can do the analysis of your elevations, your slope, your watershed, and also the water drop analysis. Even you can check in the hill area. It is very easy to create the water path. Let me show you one Kedarnath example. If you have hill area. I just required only the existing only. Suppose this is that surface, okay? And if I just okay, no problem. We can do directly water analysis here. Suppose if I drop this, okay? Can you see this? That means if the rainfall occurs, that this water will flow like this, and it will accumulate at this location. If I drop from this side also, and if I turn off these contours, so you will see. You can see this representing the water drop analysis. That means your water will flow like this, and it will accumulate here in the river. we can analyze at which location is the lowest area and how the water will flow if the rainfall will occurs in that particular area. Okay. Anyone have any doubt regarding this surface analysis? Anyone have done before this analysis? Hello. Hello, Pradeep sir. Have you done this
No,
exercise?
no, regarding this hydrology work, I didn't do this kind of exercise
Okay.
for water drop analysis. But it's though it's useful, we can locate the areas where there would be water accumulation. So accordingly, we can
Right, sir.
design.
Right, sir. Even in the highway, like you have there is some box culvert is required at
Yeah, water
or
balancing
there is
culverts,
some
we can.
water logging area. If you found some water logging area, then you can check in that particular location and you can raise your embankments. And if there is a too much lower side, then you can provide some other solutions like a minor bridge or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Maybe the same applications in the railway also. I think
Mm,
MEM is from the railway side. Okay.
In
Anything
railway,
else you
generally,
required in the
water balancing
analysis?
culverts we are proposing. In railway, we are proposing water balancing culverts at some interval, wherever the
Mm,
ground is lower, and
mm.
it's transit transparency for water. So
Okay.
with this
Yeah.
application, we can locate those kind of areas.
Definitely, sir.
कौन वीजा वैसे ही नहीं
Anyone have any questions regarding this analysis? If you have any doubt, you can ask. If you have any doubt previously, before like how we can import the KMZ file into the Civil 3D or infra work. No? Okay. So I think for today's sessions, I will not proceed for the grading also because it will take time if we go for the grading. And we required almost 1 hour for the grading, then we will understand properly. But I can give you a one brief about the grading for 20 minutes. Okay. So before I jump to the grading session, or I will, sorry, I just forget the label also. So first we will see the label. Nobody asking about it. Okay, suppose we have this, right? The surface. And let me turn on again the major and minor. Now suppose you want to highlight the label of the contours, the major and minor contours is at a particular location, or you just want to highlight the entire surface labeling. Then how you do that? Okay. So first we will see if you want to highlight at a single location. Suppose my interest of area is at a single particular spot elevations. Okay. So just select the surface, and here is the option is called a add labels, and here is a add surface label. And because we imported the Indian style, yes, ma'am.
तीन चार ऑफिस एक बिना
You have any question?
ठीक है तीन चार ऑफिस में दे दो एक बिना चीनी ना दो चीनी वाला
Okay. Suppose I just want to spot the elevation first, and the representations is elevations. Marker will be the basic. Okay. Now suppose I just want to check in this area, like what is the elevations. So we can see this is a 0.41, and if we can check it this location, it is 2.23. And suppose I have some building here. Let's say I create one reference building here. I just want to mark this the elevation at four corners.
Mr. Meena, what
Yes,
is the
sir.
reference we have taken for these labels? This one MSL labels or slide labels?
They extracted the based on
No, I mean
UTM,
to
sir.
say,
Like,
because in India we are
uh,
using MSL label, and all the coordinate UTM
uh,
coordinate system is ellipsoid, right?
yeah,
So
they are.
what is the
Yeah,
reference
they.
for
It's
this
not
one?
taking a MSL.
Well, this one not
They are not
MSL level, right?
not MSL. Like, it's not based on Indian. It is based on the UTM.
UTM is ellipsoid level.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you have your local coordinate, like based on the MSL, then it will take the base as a MSL your. But if you are
Actually
extracting
in
the
GPS they are processing the labels using the geoid separations. And geoid
mm,
separation varies from location to locations. So thus I want to
mm,
ask you what reference label this gives. So it means you are saying this is ellipsoid label, and we cannot
mm.
use ellipsoid label directly for any project.
Yeah, no, you don't.
But
For
for
a
the
detailed design, no.
for the idea of the topography, it's okay.
Mm,
But if you want to
mm,
use this label for the animal or profile cross sections, it cannot be used. I think
mm.
so.
No. It cannot be used. Just only for getting the roughly idea of the cutting and filling. Let's say you are working in the railway, then you need the cut fill, right? Or for the highway, then you also require the earthwork. So for that purpose you can use it, or just to get the idea at what object you have in your the surface, or what is the undulations in your the entire surface stretch. You can take out as a reference, like a one roughly idea.
Yeah,
But
right.
for actual project, for like a detailed design kind of project, you will not use this surface, because this is only for, I can say, it is not accurate that much you required. Because while you go for the detailed design, you require the more accurate data,
Right.
right? Then
Okay.
for that purpose, you have to go for the survey, actual survey,
Okay. Right. Thank you.
right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, actually, like earlier, I had given you one coordinate, na, sir. That was our proposed
Yes, yes.
takeoff. So
Okay.
can we check the elevation there, sir, at that point?
Yeah, we are checking the same, ma'am. Yeah, this is the same.
Sir. Uh,
Okay. I already mentioned the elevations here. You can see, and this is
mhm.
our elevations. Yeah. So the minimum is like -11, but you can go like the maximum here is 22.78. This will be because of somewhere is hilly areas. It takes the highest point. Okay. But your roughly idea is getting that in between 0 to 23 is the elevation in that particular area. And you can check any specific coordinate elevations. If you want to check the difference, suppose you have any open source extracted data, you can just bring that surface into the Civil 3D and you can compare both the surfaces and you will get the idea how much is the difference in the elevation. Or you can also check the in the volume as well, right? Suppose so we are talking about the marking here, right? I just create a one reference building. Suppose this is our building, and I just want to mark these 4 points for our level requirement. So how we can do that? Select the surface and just go to the surface, and here select the spot elevations, and you can just select all the four corners at this location. This, this, and this. Okay. So now we get the idea that this is the higher side, this is the lower side, this is more lesser than this, and this is lesser than this. So it is like that. The slope will go like this. Okay, this side, because this is the lower side. Now suppose I want to grade this, or suppose you want to label the slope also. So I will first finish the labeling. Suppose you want to label the slope also, and in the percentage, let's say here. Now you have the two option. Either you can use the spot elevation, a spot slope, or 2 point. Like use the selecting the 2 point, and in between it will represent that slope. So I will select the first 1 point. That means the spot slope. So if I want to check at this location, so it is showing this direction. It is 10.7 negative. If I am spotting at this location, then it is showing 4.7% in this direction. If I'm spotting at this location, that means here it's showing that 19.6% is in this direction. Okay. Now, suppose if I want to check with the 2 points. Okay. Now I want to check between this and this. Then it will represent me. This is minus 0.5 in this direction. And if I just want to see this direction, then it will show from this point to this point, it is minus 8.9%. That means it is in this direction. If I go upper side, then it show me the upper side. That means it from this is the starting point, this is the ending point. So it is going the upper side is 6.9%. Okay, so that way you can label your the slope, your the elevations, and suppose if you want to highlight the all the major minor contours in a just one go, so we can label it by through a contours intervals. So we have the option is called a three option basically we have. One is a single, multiple, and multiple at intervals. What is the meaning of single? Single means suppose if I select any one contours, it will represent that elevation. Okay, 9.9 is the elevation of this one. This is 10.5. This is 9.4. This is 8.9. Okay. If we go with the multiple, that means it's asking 2 points from this point to the line which we are intersecting all the contours. It will label it. Okay. Let me reduce the view size. You can see the line which I just created here, the line which intersect all the contours, it label it. Okay. Now the third option is like if you want to label it the entire surface by using intervals, so we can label it the based on intervals. So if I select, you have to select such a way that it will cover your maximum surface like this. Now it asking you the intervals. So because the surface is too big, I will select 500 for right now. It takes time because the surface is large in this area. Is do practice, especially up to here, like the surface analysis, those who not still worked on the civil 3D. So if they do the practice, then they will, ask you lots of questions because they will stuck somewhere. Then only you will know where you have do the mistakes. Sir, any other requirement you have in this particular topic, like which we not cover it? Anyone, like if they feel that this is my requirement and I just want to know about that, whether it's from highway, railway, infrastructure. Anyone? I guess no. I think the file is stuck.
Ravindra, is there any limit to the points, how many points it can handle at a time while creating surface? Because generally if comparing with Bentley's product, this is
Hmm.
the major issue we are facing. Is I
Hmm.
think it
For the
we have to
labeling,
address more points.
for the labeling you are talking,
And for creating a surface, if a open railway line
creating
is
surface.
there, so about
Okay.
say about 50 kilometer with a buffer of about 100-meter wide buffer. A
Hmm.
point
So
density is
it,
say
hmm.
about
So it basically it depends more on the type of the data. Suppose you have a TIFF file or the DM file. Okay, in DM file you have the millions of points, right?
yeah
So
exactly.
if it is a too much widen area, like you taking too much ROW
Mhm.
instead of the limited one, then you
Mhm.
take the extra surface, right?
Mhm.
So that will create the extra points also the large file for you. So in Civil 3D as compared to the Bentley system, it creates a lot more than like I never found like if you create 100 or 150 kilometer stretch, the linear surface I'm talking about, not the
Mhm.
this like irregular.
Mhm.
So in that one, if you go for a 150 kilometer, there is no problem. But if you
Okay.
go for beyond that, then it will create some little problem
Okay.
because but for
Okay.
that also have a one solution is called a data shortcut. So you have to create a data shortcut and you can link your file directly. So they will create a one shortcut file for you at very small size.
Mhm.
But again, you have to understand then how you can work on data shortcut.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay, means there is some way of data shortcut, and
Yes, sir.
second thing is the working with without visualizing the only visualizing boundary and not visualizing these triangles or contours.
Mm,
Will
mm,
it make
mm.
help?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Definitely. If you
Okay,
are working on or turn on
display.
this the contour and displaying the major minor contour or the triangulation, then it also picking the points from your the points and the major contour, minor contours. That's why I just turn off the snapping mode. You can
Okay.
see this. I turn off because if I turn on, it pick the points from the surface. So
Okay.
my cursor will stop, so you will face lots of challenges. So while you working it, you don't require the snap mode, then just turn off it.
Mhm. Okay,
Okay.
in future, if required for data shortcut, how to work with data shortcut, we may
Mm.
approach you
Definitely, sir. We have
for
one
this
option
thing. I'm
here.
noting
You
down
can see
this.
here is a yeah. This is a data shortcut here. So suppose if you have a too much large size file, then you can work with the data shortcut. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So okay. So we just label it all the contours. Okay. If you reduce the intervals, it will label more accurately because I just giving like 250. So it will label it, but not the entire one. You can see it just missing the many contours because we increase the label and the surface is too large,
And
right?
about this labels, any style or
Mm.
can we edit in one go prior to?
Definitely, definitely, sir. While you applying these contours,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in labels. Here is let's say you want to apply the major with the multiple intervals. So
Yeah.
here is the style set for the major contours. So
Okay.
you can select from here and you can just change the color of anything like you
Okay.
want.
Color, size, anything. Okay.
Yeah, color, size, anything, the font styles, all these things. The style set is available.
Okay.
So if you you just change here all the style set like in the labeling also change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions, sir? Anyone have any kind of doubts you can ask? Then we close the today's session, sir. Tomorrow we will see the grading and the horizontal vertical alignment.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Mm. Please do practice, sir. So you will ask, you will know like how it will works and what challenges you face while you're just creating all these
Mr.
things.
Meena,
Yes,
I
sir.
need
Yes, Ramesh,
one
sir.
help. Please try to install software in my laptop.
Okay. Anyone other facing the challenges to install the software, like still not install in your system?
No, just I have shared my screen and I have received two
Hmm.
files. So
Hmm.
these two file, both file have to install. The first one is
Ajay,
executive
sir,
file.
I think in the morning, Ajay sir is there, right? Our
Me,
IT teams,
Ajay sir forwarded me this
okay.
both files. This one part one and
Hmm.
part two. Part one contains this one executive file, and part two some
Okay.
only subject file.
Sure. Okay, no problem, sir. I will again align to my IT teams and they will install it. So those who are facing any challenges, they just mail me on my ID or just contact to the Ajay sir. So he will again install your in system. Okay. He will explain you like how you can install it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank.
Bye.
Okay. Okay.